Fears keep us stuck. Love expands us. This is something that I had to learn throughout many hard years of my life. Hi, I'm Leanne and welcome to my channel at I Say This With Love 33. Did you know that fear is an illusion and it only has power if we give it power? How many of us and how many people do you know that live in fear each and every day of their life? Probably unconsciously, some of us consciously. We have fears of not being liked, of not having enough, of not being enough. We have fear of losing everything that we have. We have fear of not being part of the crowd, or what do they call that? FOMO. What is it with fear that grabs us and keeps us and it makes us stuck? This is a space where we can learn to release what we have learned and all the misconceptions, all the conditioning, all the beliefs that we have had to bring us to a state of love where you're gonna feel abundant, you're gonna feel more than enough, you're gonna feel peace and joy and lightness, because love expands our heart and our energy and all our chakras, and fear contracts our heart, contracts our energy, and contracts all our chakras. And if you think about it, if you're with people and they might be in fear, or they're always looking at the negative side of things, or they're always a victim in their life, you feel that energy. And if you're with somebody that is filled with love and light and life and has love in their heart and no fear, you feel that energy. If you're not understanding what I'm saying, start to take awareness when you're out in the world with your friends and family and people that you know. See how their energy makes you feel, and like just start to discern, ooh, that doesn't feel good. I don't know if I want to be around that anymore. Or, oh my gosh, their energy is so beautiful and light and they have so much love for life. I want to be around that. I want to be more like that. Because you can learn a lot from who you hang out with and who you spend your time with, and how you spend your energy, what you watch on TV, what you listen to on the radio, or like what you're looking at on social media, what you fill your minds with, what you fill your bodies with, who you fill your time with. All that makes a difference. And whether if it's fear and you're learning about all the things and listening to politics, government, the medical world, religion, all the people that tell you how to live, how to be, what to look like, what to say, what not to say, what to eat, what not to eat, what to wear, what to watch, how to live your life, because they know best. Feel into that. Is that right for you? Does that make you fearful? Does something inside of you speak to you and say, hey, this doesn't feel good. I don't know if I like that. Why am I doing this? And why does my family do this? Why does my mom and dad tell me I have to do this? Well, that's called generational trauma. And you can break that if you choose to. So I offer you to tap into love. Do you feel that you're at a space now or prior, or maybe never have been, in the space of love? It took me 57 years to get to a space of love for myself. True unconditional love for me. Now, I didn't know this going on my whole life. I thought I loved myself. I thought I loved everybody unconditionally, but it took the universe, God, to shake me up and remove things from my life, to wake me up and open my heart and my soul up to find the space that I needed to come to be able to turn my pain into purpose. And that is what my channel is all about, turning my pain into purpose, to serve humanity, to bring the awareness that you are love, you are light, we all have everything we need inside our hearts. We just need to peel through those layers of traumas and fears and beliefs that we have attained throughout our lifetime. We need to go back and heal our inner child. What's an inner child? That's the child within you that got traumatized, broken, like taken through things that children don't need to be taken through. But we all go through these things to learn lessons and hopefully learn from them and move from them. I've mentioned before, like within every lesson, whether it's dark or light, there's a gold nugget in there. So I wanted to let you guys know, because I didn't know this on my journey of healing. If you live in fear and you live in lack and you live in victim mode and you live in everything is happening to you and you feel like, ugh, and tight and contracted, and your shoulders are slumped and your chin is always down and you're not capable of holding up space or taking energy up in a room, push into that and look into going inside, inward, in your heart, in your soul, and healing your inner child. That did tremendous, tremendous things to me, for me, through me on my journey. And if this is what you might be going through, I'm offering you what helped me. And again, question everything, listen, but discern what is right for you and what isn't right for you. Because something that worked for me or that I had experience with might not resonate with you, and that's okay. Just keep questioning everybody and everything and ask why. Why do I do it that way? Why do we do it that way? Why do I have to listen to you? Why do I have to listen to that? I don't want to do that. And that's okay. Push against authority. Push against everything that doesn't feel right in your heart. Listen to you and your intuition. When you come to the space of love, it's so freeing, it's so peaceful, and it brings you joy. And then it opens up your heart and your mind to be a person towards yourself and everybody else of releasing judgment out of fear and stepping into observation. Because we're all on our own path in life. We all go through our struggles. We're all on a journey of learning how to deal with things or not, because it is a choice. But if you can push into yourself, and if you're living in fear, ask yourself, why do I have so much fear? Why am I scared? What am I scared of? Because fear is an illusion. And I found myself living in fear for the first 54 years of my life due to lack of self-confidence, lack of self-efficacy, lack of self-belief, lack of self-worth. The feeling and the energy of I'm a victim and what I say doesn't matter. And my throat chakra isn't open, so nobody's going to listen to me anyway, because I'm just so small and I feel so small and I feel so powerless and I feel like a victim. And when we can push into those inner feelings that we have, whether they came from harsh judgment and criticisms from our upbringing and parents, family members, perhaps teachers, perhaps religious people, perhaps, the politics and all the things that come into our homes and into the energy of our families, and we begin to perceive that that is truth. If you're feeling like you're needing to push against that and that's not you, push into that. If you're feeling like low and you have no self-worth and no self-confidence and the capability to know that you have everything you need inside you, you are so powerful. Just by you being born and here on this earth, you are powerful. You are here to have peace, to feel peace, to be peace. We just need to unpeel, unpack, relearn. And no, that's not easy. And yes, that takes time. But I'm here as living proof. And again, that's why I have created this channel, to share my journey, because I was in this space 4 years ago. I was living in fear. I had no self-worth. I didn't have true love for myself. And through my healing journey, and like I have mentioned on other videos, I have done this through yoga, through meditation, through healing my inner child, through healing generational trauma, through listening to my body, learning to listen to my gut, my heart. I stopped listening to everybody else and the little demons that lived inside my head that were telling me, You're not good enough. You'll never amount to anything. You bring the worst out in everybody. You're such a blow it. You're not good at anything, and you're not smart enough, and you're not strong enough, and everybody's told you these things, and you are just here to exist like a bowl of jello. Basically, I had to fight that. I had to relearn. I had to learn to like myself, and then I had to learn to love myself unconditionally. We are all perfectly imperfect. Nobody here on this earth is perfect. And if somebody thinks that they're perfect or is portraying themselves as perfect, well, you need to question that, because nobody is perfect. We are all perfectly imperfect. And everything that has taken place in your life, whether you have wanted it to or not, happened the way that it's supposed to happen. It's all perfect. So there's no need for fear. There's no need for shame. There's no need for guilt. When we can learn to quiet our mind and open our heart and release those chains that so tightly hold us down and back from our personal power and strength and our inner light, our inner power, when we release those, we rise. And that is truth. And I do say this with love, because some of you might not be in that path yet. And you might be thinking, what? What is she even saying? But I only speak the truth, my truth, and I'm offering it out to you. So again, feel into that, resonate. If it resonates, tap into your inner self. Go within and heal yourself so that you can be the essence of love instead of the essence of fear. You can tell if you're in fear, and you just need to have control over every situation. If you become angry, if you fly off the handle, if you always say no because you're too scared. I would like to share this story with you. Here's a little story that I thought about earlier today before I made this video. And I was thinking to myself, like, wow, because I was taking a walk in the park and I was grounding and I was in one with nature and just feeling so much love, and enter knowing that I have information to put out into the world and my wisdom. And now I have the voice and the love for myself to put it out there. So years ago, many years ago, throughout my years of not being loving to myself and living in fear, I would go to weddings and I would be sitting at the table like everybody else, eating dinner and having the food and all the music's playing. And I've always felt music, but I never really allowed myself to understand like how much beautiful it's God. Like music is God. Music is healing. Music is just pure peace and joy, and it resonates with everybody. And then it's a universal language. And I've always felt it. And when I was in 7th grade, I wanted to play the drums. So my mom signed me up for lessons. And then I realized you have to learn how to read music. And I'm like, I don't want to learn how to read music. I just want to be part of the Go-Go's and be a drummer on the Go-Go's. So I quit. I apparently wasn't ready for that yet. But from early on, I loved music. So I'd be sitting at these weddings at the table, listening to the music from the DJ or live music and feeling it and wanting to just get up and move my body because it feels good and I'm feeling my heart. But my mind would always step in and say, no, that's not what you should be doing. You should just sit here and sit with your husband, well, now ex-husband. You should just sit here and be proper and put a smile on your face and look like you're having fun, and not go express yourself, not release anything because you're just so worried about what everybody else thinks. I was worried that people were going to think, who does she think she is? What is she, trying to be young again? Like all the judgments that I put out into the world onto everybody else, I did because I was putting those same judgments on myself. And that's fear. And that is so heavy. And let me just say, fast forward all the years, 4 years ago. So 2 years ago, my daughter got married and I was in the middle of my journey of healing. And yeah, I'm the mother of the bride. And yeah, I finally felt love for myself and peace in my heart. And I had woken up to things that I questioned and healed. So when her wedding came and that DJ turned on that music, after dinner, I swallowed that last bite and I got up on that dance floor and I never got off. And I felt so free and I was flinging my arms. I was moving however my body wanted to move. And I had not one fear, one care, one judgment about myself or what anybody else thought or what I look like or who's going to say this and who's going to talk about me. I said, nope, I have been waiting to do this my whole life and I am free. I am free from myself, my own self-limiting beliefs, doubts, fears, all the shit that I have been carrying. I released it and I was free. And I'm going to tell you, I never felt so good in my life. I must have danced for like 4 hours. So I did feel it the next day. I was quite sore. My leg muscles were like, ee, and I had a hard time. But I went in the spa and went and got a massage. But if you're feeling like that, who cares what others think? It's not our, it's none of our business what other people think about us. The first parts of our life, yeah, we think that's what everything is. That's what life. Well, I want everybody to like me and I want everybody to think I'm pretty and that I'm cool and that I'm part of the cool crowd or that I'm smart or that I'm musical or whatever it is. We want everybody to think we are that person. But then if you can get to a space in your life and maybe do some healing and start listening to your intuition and your gut, then you're like, fucking cares what people think of me. I care what I think of me. And if I love me and I'm having fun and I'm free to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, how I want, that is the essence of love, love for yourself. And that is my passion, bringing it back to you guys out into the world. You are the essence of love. You didn't come to this earth to be born into fear and separation and heaviness. You came to be in love and peace and light. And you have it all within you. And yeah, you might have been through some hard times in your life. You might be going through. You might be in one. You might be having one in the future because we all do. Every life is like this. And there's lightness and there's darkness. There's hard times, there's easy times. But to release those fears and to step into love and true love for yourself and all your imperfections, that is going to bring you to a beautiful space. So I thank you for being here. I'm going to wrap this up today. I do say all this with love. I know some of it could be difficult, especially if you're in the heart of your hard times. I get it. I send you love and compassion and peace. I've been there. And that's why I'm here making this channel. If this is your first time here and you like this, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. If you want to leave a comment, I would love to talk with you guys. I do say this with love. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.